There are many people who really don't want healing because being a victim gets them attention. And if they can't get attention, then they want pity. However, you can't truly heal if you keep picking at the wound. Today, let's talk about the topic healing hurts, how to find wisdom from your wounds. Oh, you know what's up. I'm mic'd up. Turn me up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you are doing well. Well, want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor that you have joined me today. When we come and get locked online and come online, we always hit that thumbs up button. Come on, family. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Yes. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And on this particular channel, we're going to have a conversation of illumination. So, like we always do at this time, I need you to drop some light bulb emojis in the chat as a matter of fact. Come on, let's brighten it up in here. Let's flip the switch. Let's lighten it up. Let's light it up. We too lit to quit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And today we're going to spotlight and highlight the particular topic and subject matter, healing hurts. Yeah. How to find wisdom from your wounds. Talking about healing hurts today. And when you think about the whole aspect of healing, oftentimes it's not episodic. It's a process, right? And oftentimes that aspect of healing is a place of revealing. It is taking off the mask. It is unraveling your past. It is doing that deep dive interpersonally to look at your flaws, your wounds, your hardships, your mistakes, your hurts, your scars, to remedy what wounded you, but also to see what role you played in it. To see from the fact, are you specifically just going to live your life as a victim? Are you going to live your life masquerading as a perpetrator? Or are you going to find victory from being victimized or being a victim in your own life? Or from those who have victimized you? Because hurt is something that's common. It's not uncommon. It's something that is common to everybody. Of course, we can all deal with the same thing. We can all go through the same thing, but we're all going to experience it differently. Some of us develop an aversion to pain. Some of us hide behind the wounds and scars of it. Some of us put walls up. Some of us create defense mechanisms. Some of us are just very, very emotional. And sometimes you're so emotional that you are irrational. And then some of us are in the particular place of we've been victimized so much that now we become what we experienced. We become the perpetrator. And hear me, you're in the hands of not only a manipulator, but a perpetrator when you feel bad for what they did to you. Got to be very cautious, got to be very conscientious. Got to be very, very discerning of the kind of people that are in your life, much more the kind of people that you are dealing with. right? Because individuals who have been hurt, individuals who now operate as a perpetrator, hurting people, hurt people, heal people, broken people, break people. Those who have experienced revelation now reveal to themselves and reveal to other people what it is that they can do, what they can overcome, what they can become. Got to watch out for it, though, because oftentimes perpetrators will play you. Come on, they'll always try to point the blame at you and often say that you are the problem. You are the reason. You are the culprit. So much so that here it is. They always have a sob story. Oh, come on. Those are the same individuals who are oftentimes crying and lying at the same time. They got a good gauge on it. And what I understand, when you think about a baby that's crying, why is that baby crying? That baby is specifically crying because it is in need of something. That baby is also crying simply because it understands that it is not in control. The child is not in control. They do not have the control, feeling as if they are out of control, feeling as if they are helpless and even hopeless in the particular situation. And so now the tears are a sign of saying, I need you to come to my particular rescue. Oftentimes, individuals who have gone down that road of quote unquote maturational development physically can still be a baby mentally. Oh, yeah. Crying simply because they understand that they're not in control. They're not in control of their emotions. They're not in control of their mindset. They're not in control in their relationship. They're not in control in the connection. And so guess what? Now I'm going to use tears to try to manipulate, to subdue you, to control you. Yeah. And you got to look beyond the veneer of the tears. Got to look beyond the veneer of the tears and say, you know what, this particular individual right here, what role are you playing? Because everybody's tears are not necessarily tears of sorrow and sadness and looking for help and looking for comfort. Oftentimes, for many people, it is one of control, manipulation, and domination and subjugation. And that's why you got to raise your antennas spiritually. You got to raise your antennas mentally and socially and emotionally. Or you will find yourself being Pinocchio when you ought to cut the strings. You will find yourself being an individual who has been manipulated, who has been coerced, who has oftentimes been juggled around and jostled around and controlled and manipulated by a perpetrator who was first and foremost and preeminently a victim. And some people never get out of the abscess of the pain. Some people never do a deep dive into the trauma of what it is that they experienced. And so because the trauma has become so deeply entrenched and rooted in who it is that they are, now they go 0 to 100 real quick. Now, because they can't get their way, they want to manipulate their way. Now, because they can't get their way, I need you to pity me. I need you to feel bad for me. I'm not going to change, but I want to change you. I'm not going to change, but I want to change other individuals. Since I cannot be the center of attention, since I cannot be almost worshipped, hear me, since I cannot be the individual where all the planets revolve around me, the sun, let me send a meteorite of madness. Let me send an asteroid of anger. Let me send a hurricane of a hellish attitude. I need you to hear me. Let me send a rainstorm of resentment. Let Let me send a tsunami and a tornado, not of transformation, but one of traumatic experiences. Got to be very, very mindful. Got to be very, very careful of individuals, because we all go through wounds. Let me say that. We all carry some form of baggage that is in our life. We all deal with some form of trauma, but you've got to be cognizant of individuals who refuse to turn their wounds into wisdom, who refuse to find wisdom from their wounds, and now only want to go through life limping, never want to leap. They don't want healing because being a victim gets them attention. And if they can't get attention, here's what they want. They want your pity. They want you to pity them. They want you to feel so pitiful if you don't pity them. Come on. You ought to declare and decree over your life, no manipulation formed against me shall prosper. Come on, family, just type healing, type healing, type healing. No, you can't touch your neighbor, but you can type your neighbor. Type healing. Healing hurts, but here's what I understand. Healing looks good on you. Remember, many years ago, it would be commercials or it'd be statements made in the beauty fashion industry that would often say, it hurts to look beautiful. And oftentimes that would come from the aspect of the pain you may have to go through, may have to get out the tweezers, may have to go and get the ardent therapeutic massage, may have to get that pedicure and the manicure that may not feel so good, but it is the cure. May have to do some intense, arduous stretching. May have to get your hair braided in a particular way to where it is oftentimes pulling against your scalp. Or you got the hot comb and it hit the back of your head. It hurts to look beautiful. And for many of us, we just want to settle for looking beautiful. I need you to hear me. Oftentimes, we just want to look beautiful from the outside, but not from the inside out. We want it to happen from the outside in, and oftentimes what's going on the outside never perpetuates and never transforms us from the inside based upon how many clothes you wear, based upon how many different texture of shoes are on your feet, based upon the makeup that is on your face. None of it necessarily seeps into your soul. The beauty comes from the inside and it glows and it oozes out. That's what the true beauty is about. Sometimes it hurts to heal. The true power of you happens when it is revealed. I want to talk a little bit more about that, but right here, conversations like this one is why you need to become a member of In the Mix. Come on now, you watching In the Mix, but you ain't a member of In the Mix. We need to change that right on up now. Come on, let's do something about that. All you have to do is just tap the link in the description of this video. Link is in the chat. Tap it, click it, whatever. And you see, as you do that, you'll see three options pop up: VIP, royalty, OQP. You're a very important person with a very important purpose. King and queen, your royalty demands loyalty. OQP, you know what it is. Let me just type that in the chat. OQP, only quality people. You're an only quality person. I want you to choose one of those particular three. My gift to you is to give you access to our In the Mix membership area. Membership has its privileges. So I want you to go ahead and become a member, and you're going to be able to unlock the unlimited. You're going to be able to get access to all of the content of what I call Connor's Corner. Connor's Corner content. It's going to give you a lot of behind the scenes exclusive access and footage and coverage and behind the scenes connectivity and information. I want you to do that even now. Salute. Shout out to all of our members in our live chat who have a decal by their name, who have a digital badge. I'm appreciative to you because that means that you are a member of In the Mix and you have partnered with me. And I appreciate you for doing so. And you have access to all of the Connor's Corner content. We're having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. We're mixing it up on In the Mix. We're talking about healing hurts, how to find wisdom from your wounds. I want you to stick and stay. More is coming your way after these messages. You better believe I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family. I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. And that word is healing hurts. How to find wisdom from your wounds. And often the hurting is a portal for the revealing towards your healing. It is you growing through what you go through, overcoming the wounds and the scars, the mistreatment, the things that oftentimes hinder you from becoming the greatest person that you can possibly be, becoming a better version of you. And oftentimes our growth is stymied and stuck and stagnated and stifled simply because somebody said something to you at the age of 8. Somebody did something to you at the age of 6 or the age of 10. The person who you thought was going to heal you and help you, they wound up hurting you and harming you. It says sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt. Now that's a lie. Words hurt. Words cut close to the bone. For some of us, we'd rather remain in a place of pain because it hurts to be happy. And so we go through life hemorrhaging, trying to help other folks, leading while bleeding. So much so, stifled and stagnated, stymied and stuck to where you become a grown boy, you become a grown girl. What do I mean? You're 40, 50, 60, 30 even, 20 even. Physically. But mentally, you're still that 6-year-old girl, that 8-year-old boy, that 10-year-old girl, that 12-year-old guy. You never grew out of or grew up from what it is that you experience. So guess what? Now you're faced with the dilemma of arrested development. You know how to develop physically. You know how to have physical experiences. You know how to look the part of what it takes to be a man. You know what it takes to look the part of your masculinity. You know what it takes to look the part of your femininity, of what you think it means to be a woman. You know how your hips and your lips can make men trip, and your fingertips. Well, you know how your smooth sense of grandiloquence, being erudite and debonair as a man can attract any woman. However, you never got unshackled from the arrest that beclouded and shackled your development. Come on, this is the year for you to heal. This is the season for you to heal. Healing really looks good on you. And it's more than words, it's more than even therapy, because oftentimes therapy does not necessarily become a panacea to all ills. Does not necessarily become a cure-all, as it suggests. Statistics suggest that only 15 to 20% of individuals who actually go to therapy really benefit. And the reason, the root cause of that is because the people who go don't necessarily participate in their own progress. Come on. Therapy is not just some prescriptive type of medicine to where you just take it and it's going to just do the work for you. No, you have to participate in your own healing. Family, just type participate. Participate. You got to participate in your own healing. You got to be a type of individual that say, I'm going to experience some growths. Yeah, there's going to be some ups and downs, but I'm going to express some stick-to-itiveness. Come on, your mental health matters. My dear sister from another mister, my brother from another mother. You can't even spell mental health without men heal. Got to heal the grown boy, got to heal the hurting boy. Got to heal the grown girl, got to heal the hurting girl. Maybe the reason why you just keep choosing how you're choosing out of relationships is because of the deficit that took place in your childhood and your adolescence. Have you ever thought about that? As Sigmund Freud said, Dr. Sigmund Freud suggested that we are in adulthood what we have experienced in childhood. And oftentimes the experiences are so negative where you didn't necessarily see a present father. Right? You didn't necessarily have, as Leangelo Ball would say in one of his most recent rap songs called Tweaker, bragging on his father. LeVar Ball said, I had a father that pushed me farther. Some of us didn't necessarily have that. Some of you may have not necessarily had a particular mother who ingratiated herself to you. And so one who was just a general, just someone who would just talk about you and beat you down or make you feel less than or low. Because of those specific things, because you felt abandoned and rejected and ostracized and alone, feeling as if no one loves you, it's easy to adapt and adopt the role of just living your life as a victim, negating and avoiding victory. But I want to speak over your life. The lot of your life of liabilities, the season of being a liability, the season of being a victim is over for you. Come on, you're going to heal. You're going to move into a place of self-care. You're going to tap into your God-ordained, destined Christ identity. You're going to adapt and adopt and walk in the power of being, yes, in the image of God, but not just the image, but adopting the likeness. Because when I adopt the likeness, here's what I ascribe to. I ascribe to the aspect that I can overcome this. That rejection is direction. Rejection is redirection. I understand this. That I don't have to keep going through my life crying and crying and crying and crying and saying, woe is me, and don't nobody love me, and don't nobody like me, and don't nobody want to be my friend, and everybody hate me, and don't nobody like me, and everybody just want to use me and abuse me, and everybody's overlooking me. Stop it. Stop rehearsing the negative narrative, because the negative narrative that you continue to put out into the atmosphere, I guarantee you it will appear. Your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. Your future or your funeral is on the tip of your tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Start crowning yourself king. Start crowning yourself queen. Crown yourself with love. Crown yourself with joy. Crown yourself with peace. Crown yourself with increase. Crown yourself with words that lift you up. Crown yourself to where you're shifting from hurting into healing. Come on, from wounded into wisdom. From limping into leaping. From sorrow into joy. From lack into blessings. From curse into blessings. From feeling overwhelmed to overcoming. From overwhelmed to overflowing. Who am I talking to? I know it's you. I hope it's you. Healing hurts, but it's worth it. Burned my finger some time ago. Doing a little bit of cooking. Don't get it twisted. I can still cook. May not be as good as you, but I can still cook. Burned my finger. And was really trying to get rid of the abscess of, more so than anything, the look. How my finger looked mattered more than what had happened. And so I began to start picking at the skin. And I recognized this, that the more that I picked at the skin, the worse the burn became and the worse that the burn looked. And it dawned on me one day that I will heal when I stop picking at the wound. For many of us, we just want to look healed. Are you hearing me? We just want to look like we got everything together. We just want to look like life is working for us. But internally, not only are you crumbling, you're fumbling. You're fumbling opportunities. You're fumbling your joy and your peace and increase. Here's what you're doing. You're fumbling people who can be good to you because you want to talk behind their back. You're fumbling people because you always have a problem for a solution. You're fumbling the individuals because the people who entrusted themselves to you, you don't even trust you. And so you betrayed their trust. And now here it is. The relationship is beyond repair. Oh yeah, it's irreparable damage. Ain't nothing wrong with them. It's you. But here's what I understand. We got to get and move from the place of, I'm tired of just looking like I'm healed, to actually being healed. And actually being healed is being willing to deal with the damage to find diamonds from the damage. It's being willing to look at the ugly core of your character. It's being willing to look at the animosity of the anger that affects your altitude because of your attitude. Are you hearing me? Is being willing to have the tough, courageous conversation with yourself so that you don't deal in foolishness, but you walk in a place of wisdom, so that you're not going through life hemorrhaging, but you actually become healed, to where you don't live out your life limping, but you actually begin to leap. Sometimes you have to go through a little hurt to experience a lot of healing. Sometimes pain is a portal to your purpose. I know it was painful, but when you put the pain in God's hand, it's going to become purposeful, even when you don't understand. But you'll eventually understand it better by and by. On the other side of this battle is an even greater blessing. Come on, family, type blessing. Type blessing, type blessing. You just stepped into a chapter of answered prayers. You just received the baton of blessings to run on and see what the end is going to be. Yeah, I know it hurt. I know it hobbled you. I know it put you in a place of dealing with hurdles of all kinds. But I want you to understand that healing looks good on you. And this healing that you're getting ready to step into is going to be so ebullient, effervescent. It's going to be so exceedingly abundantly and above all that you can ask or think, that the pain is going to be a distant memory. That here it is, you're not going to look like what you've been through. Not a hair on your hair is going to be singed. None of your clothes are going to be scorched, although you went through the fire. Nothing's going to be broken down. You're going to look younger than you've ever looked before. You're going to have more joy and more peace and more increase and more energy than you've ever had before. You're losing the weight, not just physical, but I'm talking about mental and emotional, that's tried to weigh you down. Why? Because you're getting rid of the wounds that became weighty. You found wisdom from it, and you're overcoming because you're an overcomer. And God is shifting you from overwhelming to overflowing joy. Family, I want you to sow into your overflow. Yeah, that's what I want you to do. I want you to sow into your overflow. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. Come on, no matter how ugly life gets, you refuse to act ugly. Come on. No matter how bad people treated you, I refuse to be as bad as you treated me. You know you healed when you can be good to folks who are bad to you. I want to talk to you. You know you're healed when you can be beautiful and smile beautifully to folks who treated you ugly. I don't know who I'm talking to. I hope it's you. I know it's you. You know you're healed when you can be kind to folks who lack character. And I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. I hear God saying, get ready to experience 30, 60, 100 fold, because you didn't go down to their level. They had to come up to yours. Simply because you're a new school Nehemiah, you're building something and you can't come down. Can't come down and address your negativity. Can't come down and deal with your animosity. Can't come down. You got to come up. Yeah. and grapple and deal and entertain my ingenuity and my intellectuality. Once you sow into this word that you've heard, I know this word, yeah, it cut, but I sewed you up. It cut like a knife, like a two-edged sword, but the word of God is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing. Yeah, it even pierced you, even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. So I know these words today spoke to your soul, spoke to your mind, spoke to your spirit. And I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. Not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you sow. This is where you grow. This is where you sow. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description of this video for how and where to give. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries. PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker, super thanks. Yes. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. Again, you can drop a super chat, a super sticker. We've been having a super conversation, and of course, a sincere super thanks to you for remaining engaged as well too. Conversations like this one right here is why you need to become a member of In the Mix. I love seeing your badges in the chat. I love seeing those digital decals. I appreciate you for that. But there are some of you as well who know you need to become a member of In the Mix. Day by day, week by week, weekday by weekday. I come to you with a fresh word every single time, shifting you to move from one dimension to the next. And the In the Mix membership area does just that and more. Once you join our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains, by becoming a member, getting a membership badge. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how to become a member and how to get a badge. You'll see VIP, royalty, OQP, any of those three. My gift to you is to give you access to our members only area. Yeah. Go right now, become a member, and get all access pass to Connor's Corner. Family, when I have my apparel on, it's on. We got class tonight. We do. We have class tonight. I want you to soar with us into our Eagles Academy. We're opening your mind like a parachute. You can't spell wings without the word win. We're showing you how to win in your relationships, in your mindset, in your emotional intelligence, in your spiritual development, in your purpose, in the interpersonal ways of healing and the transformation, the changes and the truth and the transparency and overcoming triggers and trauma. We cover the whole gamut of the game. And you owe it to you to join our circle of greatness, our circle of transformation, to soar right into the nest tonight. And in the nest, we empower you to be your best. Join me as I coach, teach, train, mentor you, and empower you. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. We coach, teach, train, mentor you in our amazing Zoom room sessions with so many gifted leaders locally, nationally, and globally who soar in and swoop in and are just galvanizing their greatness. We embody the fact that a win for you is a win for us too. And that's why we're empowering you to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. Shift you from where it is that you are to where you can be. Get access to our private Facebook group. Get access to all of our live sessions that we've done, past and present. Get access to all of our gatherings that we do, pop-up gatherings, where people literally come in from the far regions of these United States of America, as well as abroad, as far as the Bahamas. Join us. Again, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Join us in our session tonight. Guarantee we're going to get you right. Transformation is what it's about. Family, was this a transformative conversation for you? If so, just type I'm blessed. Type I'm blessed. Type I'm blessed. Yes. I hope it was a blessing to you, because In the Mix is out of time, but trust me, I'm not out of truth. So I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. We roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share this with somebody. Get the link. Share this with somebody. Share if you care. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. Be a digital disciple. Be an electronic evangelist. I appreciate it even in advance. Sincere salute and shout out to all of you who are watching us on our sister satellite stations on social media. I'm appreciative of you, and I'm thankful for you. And I want to know, are you my friend? Are we locked in? Which way? On Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. Follow me on any of those social sites at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And guess what? I want you, yes, you, to show up this coming Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. to the Remnant Worshipers Ministry. Let me know when you're in the building. Let me know that you are watching In the Mix. Let me know that you accepted the personal invite to join me this coming Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. at the Remnant Worshipers Ministry. You say, well, where do I go? 20470 Hubble Street. I'm so glad you asked. 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit is where I'm saving you a seat, because I serve as the pastor of this amazing church. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to do that. We got a wonderful word for you prepared for this Sunday. Experience word and worship. Experience powerful prayer, praise, and a powerful on-time preach word from yours truly. Get more information about our church, trwchurch.org. trwchurch.org. You can also get more information about my books. Get my books on Amazon. I've got 18 of them out there. Get signed copies as well. Yes, there are ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies. You can even get signed copies at my website, EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know that you know that you know that you know that I'm the man for the job. That's for sure. So I want you to invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Your brother, and I mean that, from another mother, family. It's been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure, but I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.